show you how I take this Target Beauty box and upcycle it into a box that I'm going to use to fold a seed-saving mini album. Here you can see I'm just taking some measurements to go ahead and cut my paper. The paper I'm using is Graphics 45's Best Wishes Time to Celebrate collection. And here I have my pieces all cut. I'm going to use my ATG tape to secure those pieces in place. Now that my box is covered, I'm going to start working on the mini album. So I have cut and scored some craft paper that I'm going to use to make the spine and the edges here. On the spine, I started off with the ATG tape and the Scotch quick dry adhesive, but then I switched to the Express-It tape, and I will put just a little bit of the Scotch quick dry adhesive in there as well. Here I'm measuring the spine so I can cut a piece of craft paper to help reinforce it and make it nice and strong. I'm using my Copic Express-It tape along with some Scotch quick dry adhesive to attach that piece to the spine. And then I will trim the spine up a little bit here to make sure that it's even. Work the pages out a bit. Now these are going to be my envelope pages. They're going to hold envelopes that I'm going to put my seeds in. I have pre-cut and scored these. Now I'm just using the bone folder to work those score pieces in and trim up the edges so that when I fold in those sides, no piece will be sticking out. To make the envelope pages, I'm going to use a little bit more Copic Express-It tape and a little bit of the Scotch quick dry adhesive to attach a 5x7 sheet to the scored and folded pieces. The Copic Express-It tape was not wide enough, so I went with the 1/2" Ranger Wonder tape I have. I'm adding a piece to each side of the hinge that's going to hold my pockets into the album on the spine. pockets will fit, and then I'll get them in place, remove one side of the tape at a time, and press it in place. And I'll do that for each one before I go back and remove the second side of the tape. That up off camera, and here I am combining two 8.5 by 11 sheets of kraft paper for the cover for the mini album. I have a piece of chipboard the same size as the spine that I'm covering with Express-It Copic tape. I'm going to remove that Express-It Copic tape and press that to a slightly wider size piece of Tyvek. The Tyvek is going to help reinforce that spine and the cover. I'm using Copic Express-It tape again on the back side of the Tyvek because I find that this sticks better to the kraft paper than some of the adhesive. I'm just going to remove that Copic Express-It tape and set that aside. And then you'll see I'm going to measure out the midpoint and mark where I want to place that. The two pieces that you see here are the chipboard covers. I'm going to go around the outside with the Express-It Copic tape, and I'm going to line where it's going to be placed by the spine with the three pieces of the Express-It Copic tape to help with that. I measure and mark where I'm going to place the covers, and then I'm going to flip over and brayer it down to make sure that there's no air bubbles. And I do that for the second piece of chipboard for the cover as well, and brayer that. Next I'm going to trim up the paper and remove the excess that I don't need. And you'll see I just kind of work that paper so that it folds over very nicely when I go to adhere that down. I'm going to line it with one thin strip of Copic Express-It tape, clip the corners so that they lay nice when folded over. And along the edge, where it meets the chipboard, I'm going to put a little bit of the Scotch dry adhesive. This helps secure the paper right along the chipboard and make sure that it doesn't bubble up. Now I'm going to measure for the inside cover so that I can go cut my page. Again, on the inside where the spine is, where they meet, I'm going to use some Copic Express-It tape to hold that down. And then that Copic Express-It tape around the kraft paper that I'm going to lay on the inside. And I'm also going to use some of the Scotch quick dry adhesive